welcome to another video. I'm Gregoria, also known as G. I have not done a video in a few weeks. I just needed some time off and I thought, you know what? I need to honor that calling to just take that time off. I don't know why I'm out of breath. It's like every time I go to record a video, I'm just like, I get nervous or something and I get a bit out of breath or flustered, but that's okay. I am here. I am showing up and I'm really excited about our video today. So today I'm going to be talking about how to navigate the holidays alone. So I'm taking this in two directions. One being if you actually find yourself alone for Christmas, so without friends or family around you. And then two, if you're single for Christmas and have to go to family gatherings or friend gatherings and you just don't really know how to deal with the social anxiety attached to being single around all of these couples and that kind of environment. So I'll be talking about both today, and I know that this is a topic that is very real for a lot of people. A lot of people spend Christmas alone, probably more so this year given the current global circumstances and how a lot of places are shutting or have restrictions and we can't move around as freely as usual. So if that is you, then here are some cool tips. Now, although I'll be referencing Christmas Day, it's whatever your holidays are. If it happens to be Hanukkah, Christmas, or even just the holidays in general, where we're witnessing all of our friends on social media have all of these celebrations and gatherings and get-togethers, it does bring on this whole wave of emotion that we didn't even know existed within us, right? So that's what we'll be navigating today. Let's start off with if you are alone for Christmas. So meaning you don't have friends or family around you, you will end up spending the day alone. The first thing I want to say is let it be a day of celebration, not a day of wallowing, okay? Let it be a day where you get to celebrate. You plan to celebrate on that day. Now, I don't want you to ignore your mental health on that day. So what I really want you to do is before Christmas, so even after this video, I want you to write a list of all your friends, family members, and even support networks or support groups within the community that you could call if you so need it on Christmas Day. Right? So if for whatever reason on the particular day you're just feeling huge waves of emotions and you don't know how to process it, you have numbers and names that you could call on the day. I would even go the extra mile and message those friends in advance and be like, listen, I'm putting you down on my emergency list. If for whatever reason I just need a little bit of a pep talk on Christmas Day, just letting you know you're someone I trust, you're someone I really care about, and I just may need that extra support from you. So just letting you know, giving you a heads up that that may be the case, right? And some other numbers could be things like Lifeline or just other support groups within your community where you can call and just have a conversation with someone. The next thing I want you to do is create an itinerary for your day. So it's already planned. You don't wake up on Christmas and you're just like, what am I going to do today? And then you end up wallowing because you're just like, well, I've got nothing planned. Other people are with, their family and friends. I'm all alone. And you're just like, oh, let me watch too much Netflix or let me just binge on some food. And then you end up half the day scrolling and that doesn't feel good. So instead, go into the day with a planned itinerary. First, buy yourself a gift in advance. All right, go to the shops, buy yourself something that you want. You have your budget, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. Buy yourself something you want, wrap it up, put it under the tree for Christmas Day, okay, that you can open on Christmas. Do that. It's important. If you want to buy yourself multiple gifts, if it's within your budget, do that too. All right, buy yourself multiple gifts, put it under the tree and open them on Christmas Day. Create a whole morning ritual, the same way you would with family, okay? Make your hot chocolate, or here in Ausland, we don't drink hot drinks because it's usually a scorcher of a day. So, have your mimosa in the morning or whatever it is that you're doing and open up your gifts, right? For my family, we tend to do it on Christmas Eve, but for this particular example, this particular video, I would say wait for Christmas Day to open up your gifts. And if you haven't bought a tree, buy a tree. I even think it's a really cool activity to decorate on Christmas Day. So have the tree up and then on Christmas Day, actually decorate the tree because that takes a few hours. It's really fun. It's really exciting. You get to enjoy it on Christmas Day. Again, it enhances the mood and the energy around your space on that day. So I think that's really fun. If you've already got one up, that's fine, obviously. But I just think that that's a really cool activity you could do on Christmas Day if you have not yet planned for that. And just because you're alone at home doesn't mean you should just not put up a tree. You can absolutely do that. You can absolutely do that. Even if it's only up for a few days, it doesn't matter. It's really fun. fun, it's really exciting, and people really enjoy it. The other thing, have a breakfast or lunch or dinner menu planned, okay? Whichever you prefer. I tend to be a lunch gal. I like to skip breakfast on Christmas and go straight to lunch. I have a big feast on lunch and I skip dinner. It's just the kind of person I am. When I say I skip dinner, it means I'm usually having dessert 85 times, right? But I just prefer a lunch thing. Other people prefer a breakfast brunch thing, and other people prefer a dinner thing. You get to choose whatever you want. Plan the menu in advance. Write the menu down, everything that you want to include. You may want all three. It's your prerogative. Write the ingredients, go to the supermarket, the grocery store the day before. So on Christmas Eve, go to the grocery store, buy all the ingredients you need, have it all prepped and ready. And then on Christmas Day, take that time, put on your apron, drink a glass of wine or a tea or whatever it is you want. Some, what do they have in America? Like the warm ginger drink. I don't know exactly what it's called, but something like that. And enjoy the cooking. Like, it's really fun. If you're not much of a chef and you prefer to order takeout, make sure that's planned in advance too, right? Make sure they're open that day. A lot of places you can submit your order in advance as well if you choose, or on the day just be like, yeah, I'll be ordering sushi from this location at this time so it arrives by this time. Okay, so have it all planned out. I really enjoy the process of cooking. I like to feast on Christmas and I tend to cook a lot of food. The benefit is, the perks of being alone is that you get to keep all the leftovers, right? So you get to enjoy the leftovers with sandwiches, salads, or sometimes I like to get creative and make a whole new casserole dish out of everything that I had for Christmas left over. So that's really fun. But make sure you create a menu in advance. Again, after this video, some activities for you to do. Oh, and don't forget dessert, and lots of dessert. Have the cakes, the array of sweets available to you that you get to indulge in for the rest of the day. It's an indulgent day and you get to indulge. And it's not feeling sorry for yourself, it's enjoying the experience of indulgence. I love dessert. And I revel for dessert. It's such a, I don't know, when they say sweet or savory, I'm so sweet. I love the sweetness. If I had to never eat savory food again, I'd be like, okay. Whereas if you said to me, you can never eat dessert again, I'd be like, what? Like, no. Like, for me, I just love it so much. So I'm just preparing for myself to have lots of dessert on Christmas Day. So make sure you have lots of indulgent treats that you love ready for you in the cupboard or in the fridge, ready for you to indulge in on Christmas throughout your day. The next thing, after you've organized food and the presents and the decorating, have an activity planned for the day, a structured activity. Now, depending on weather as well, it may be an outdoor activity or an indoor activity, depending where you are in the world and what the weather is on the day. But I like to have multiple options planned if you're ever in those particular situations where you need multiple options planned, but definitely plan an activity. I'm going to give you some ideas. Movie marathons. We love movie marathons. Home Alone, it was made to be watched as a movie marathon on Christmas Day. Don't argue with me, right? Don't argue with me. That's just what Home Alone was made for. Or you could watch the Twilight Saga, or you could watch Jurassic Park. I love Jurassic Park, right? Or you could watch all the Planet of the Apes. Whatever it is, do a movie marathon. It's really fun. Or every single Hallmark Christmas movie in a row. All have the same storyline. They're only allowed one kiss at the end of the movie, but I love watching them, right? So have a movie marathon plan. That's one idea. An at-home spa day. An at-home spa day. This is for both men and women, non-binary, whoever you are. We don't have to, this is genderless, all right? This is genderless. Everyone gets to experience these things. At-home spa day, where I put on some mask on my face, I file my nails, give myself a manicure, I paint them if I so wish, I do my hair, put a treatment in, I decorate it, or I braid it in a certain way afterwards. I'm not that creative, but if you are, that's amazing. Put my little makeup on. Not that it's a little bit, but you put your makeup on, you pamper yourself that day. You give yourself your own little massage, or buy one of those massage guns, or even like a much cheaper version of those little like objects that you just rub on yourself. Like they have the prongs, like they look like little crabs or something, octopus, and you can just give yourself a little massage, plan a pamper day. This is what I'll be doing. This is how I'm gonna rest. This is the kind of music I'm gonna listen to. Have your whole pamper day planned. I'm gonna have a bath. I've bought some bubble bath and some dried rose petals to put in. I've got my essential oils ready. I've got my glass of champagne. I've got my iPad set up that I can watch while I'm having my bath. Have all of that organized in advance, and you'll have in your schedule, your itinerary, when you've got that scheduled in. So you've got something to look forward to. Have a photography day. Give yourself a photo shoot, or go out into your backyard and take beautiful photos of things, or even do like a photo scavenger hunt where you've got a list of things and you drive around the city taking photos of those things. That's really fun too. But I like to just get dressed up, put my makeup on after my little pamper sesh, and take a few photos of myself pretending that I was a model for a day. That's super fun. It's really fun to do, and it gets to be really exciting. Paint. Go to the shops, buy a few cheap canvases, a bit of paint, a few paint brushes, and spend a day painting. That's really fun and creative as well. If you prefer the coloring in or the drawing, you could do that too, but I love the idea of painting. I would even go the extra step. I've always wanted to do body paintings. I would get myself naked. If you're home alone anyway, no one's there to look at you, right? And I would paint like the back of me and like print it into the canvas. I've always wanted to do that. I've seen them done online. I'm just like, I want to do that one day. Here's a perfect opportunity, and then you take a shower, wash it all off, and you do it again, and you get to be even more creative. So body painting would be fun, or you have this giant canvas laid out on your floor and you roll around in it. You get to have fun and be super creative. It's really, really exciting. You never know, that may be a gift for someone later on. Who doesn't want a silhouette of your body, right? Of your body form. That would be really exciting. Bake. I love to bake. If baking's your thing, have a few recipes and all the ingredients already planned, already bought Christmas Eve, ready to go, and have a baking day. That's really fun. And you can always package them up, give them to the homeless if you wish, or give them to a few of your neighbors, leave them on doorsteps randomly. You can, if you don't want to eat them all, you can do all of that, or you could freeze them, eat them at another time. That's a really fun way to spend your day as well. Also, have a dance party. Hello. Choose a playlist in advance, have it ready. I call it my Christmas playlist, and all day I'm playing these jams and I'm vibing and I'm loving it. I'm changing outfits. I'm using my hairbrush as a microphone, and I'm having a whole dance party. I would even go the extra mile and make it a disco. Like I would buy a few glow sticks or a few strobe lights, make it dark in my house and make it like a disco. I get to do that. I get to have fun. I get to do whatever I want. It's my day to celebrate, right? That's a really cool idea too. A mini fashion show with all the clothes you haven't worn this year or didn't get to wear this year. Hello, all those dresses or all those cute pants, slacks that you haven't been able to wear all year. Yeah, you get to wear them. You're gonna do a fashion show. I like to do like a catwalk, a runway. I have my heels on, I get my makeup done, I do my hair, I put on my sexy outfit and go for a little walk down the catwalk. And you could also have yourself being filmed, and you never know, it could become a little reel that you post on Instagram later on, or whatever it is. And if you want to do a little photo shoot, you can do that too. Take the selfies, right? Wear the outfits, take the selfies, pose, have fun with it, be creative. And it doesn't matter, it's not to share. You're doing it for you, and it's really fun to do. But if you so happen to be able to create content simultaneously, cool, that's amazing, really fun. Gardening is really fun for a lot of people. Not so much for me. I'm not the biggest gardener, although I love the garden. I love the garden. I don't really like to get my hands too dirty unless I'm wearing gloves. If I'm wearing gloves, it's all good. I'm all about it, right? Get me dirty, but I don't want to ruin my manicure. But gardening could be really fun for you, so have that planned as well, right? Don't just be like, oh yeah, I could do some gardening. Be like, no, I actually want to prune the rose bush, or I want to plant a few new things in which you had already bought the seedlings or the little plants in advance. So have all of that prepped for the day, right? And that could be the outdoor activity, but if it so happens to rain that day, then we do something else that we have planned for indoors. Do a puzzle. Puzzles are super fun and they're super cheap, right? Go to your local shop, whichever sells them. Here it's like a Kmart or a Target or a Big W. In America, it could be like a Walmart or something like that. Go buy a giant puzzle and do it on Christmas Day. Like that gets to be super fun. A whole activity for a whole day. And puzzles take a long time, so that's a really fun activity to do. And in between, we can do some baking, we can do some cooking, we can do some cleaning, whatever else we wish to do on the day. But puzzles are really fun. You could do some reading. I think I don't want to spend my Christmas Day reading, but lots of people really, really love it on Christmas Day. It just gives you that time out, and maybe there's a book that you've been reading periodically, but you just haven't had a chance to take the time to read it for a while, so you could pick it up up and finally you get to read 5 chapters and it feels amazing doing that. So that's a really cool activity too. Clean out your closet in preparation for the new year. You know, all those old clothes that you just don't wear and you always think, I'm gonna wear them one day, and you never wear. Put them in a bag, get rid of it. Let's clean out the energy to bring in the new year. It's a very good opportunity to do it. You've got the day off anyway. Let's clean out our closet. Maybe you might have some stuff in the kitchen or the lounge room you want to get rid of too. It's the perfect opportunity to do that. Host a little backyard picnic for yourself. Put out a beautiful picnic rug, have your food prepped, lay it out on the picnic rug and enjoy. Enjoy watching the birds chirp and the butterflies flutter and the sun shining, or maybe it's a little bit colder where you are, so rug up and have your nice beautiful hot cocoa with marshmallows and enjoy a little picnic in the backyard. That's really fun. If you're super adventurous, you could always get in the car and go to a local park and have a picnic at the park. That's a really cool idea because parks are free. You get to go there and there'll be other people celebrating Christmas on that day. And do you know what's really fun is you then open the opportunity for people to approach you. Because if I know me, if I was having picnic at the park with my family and I saw someone eating alone, I would ask them, I would go up to them and ask them, do you want to come and spend Christmas with us? Chances are they're probably going to say no because they wanted that solo time or they want to spend Christmas alone anyway. But you can invite them in. So that's a way to interact with other people, to be around other families as well, and just feel the energy of the collective around you. I think that that's a really cool way to celebrate. Don't forget to catch the sunset, right? So have your whole day planned, have sunset scheduled. If you're in a place where you can actually see the sunset, have your glass of champagne or your favorite drink, your favorite snack, and watch the sunset. I love watching the sunset. It's such a cool thing to do. We're very lucky here that in Oz, it's summer during Christmas, so the sunsets are immaculate. It's a really fun thing to do as you're winding down after having eaten a huge lunch. Plan your next vacay. Again, planning a vacay takes time. So I need a day where I have a lot of spare time. So it's a perfect opportunity to do that. Choose your location, find some hotels that would be a good fit for you, find activities that you could do, check out some of the airline prices, plan the vacay, write the itinerary. So then when you go to book it in however many months' time, it's all already planned, all right? You've got everything scheduled and organized, and all you'll have to do is buy the tickets and pay for the things, and it's done. Because planning a vacation takes a lot of effort and a lot of time. I love to plan vacay, so I literally have like a folder of, oh, here I'm going here I'm going here. It's all already planned and organized, so that's a really cool option. Do a vision board. If you haven't started a vision board for 2021 yet, it's a perfect opportunity to do it on that day. Have some magazines ready, a huge piece of paper, card stock, some glitter or some stickers or some fancy paper, whatever you want, some scissors and tape, and have it ready to go, right? Have it ready to go. It's on your dining table, ready to create on Christmas Day. You could redecorate your room, move things around. You've always wanted to sort of see how your bed looked on the other side. Well, do it. Do it today. Let it be a fun activity. I get to redecorate my room, change the energy. That uses so much time as well. It takes a lot of effort. We never have time for that. So now, again, perfect opportunity to do that. Have a pajama party. Spend the day in pajamas if you want, right? Your favorite pajamas, spend the day in pajamas, have a pajama party. Love that as well. Now, any of the leftovers from your food, if you want to, you can pack them in containers, make some sandwiches, and hand them out to homeless people in your area. If you have access to that, or even take them to a church or a shelter which are collecting donations on the day as well. So that's a really cool thing to do. It's going to make you feel really good. If there are places that offer volunteering opportunities as well, you may want to go and volunteer on the day. Again, it will make you feel good. Usually Christmas is quite booked and not many places need extra volunteers because lots of people want to volunteer on Christmas Day, but there are always places looking, even within hospitals, within aged care centers, things like that. So you can always look around and again, prepare in advance. You have to message them, book it in, make sure that you're available for those time slots and show up. The big rule for Christmas Day: no social media, none. Because all we're gonna do is we're going to be scrolling and seeing how all these other people are celebrating, and we're gonna get FOMO, and it's gonna not make us feel good. It's gonna really tap into those emotions and those heartstrings. Avoid social media on the day. If you wanna take a few pics and upload them, you can, but just avoid it for the day. Like really. Turn off the internet. You don't need it. Avoid it for the day. Let it be a day for you. If you want to have a quick scroll from time to time, that's okay, but don't be consumed by it, right? Like I just like to for it to be a social media detox day. I always take a photo of my table and post that, but besides from that, I'm not really checking social media. An outing is a really cool idea because you're out of the house. Again, you could do the picnic at the beach. You could also go to a church service if that's something that resonates with you and you're really interested in that, because there are a lot of churches that host Christmas Day church services. That could be a really beautiful way to celebrate. You could light a candle. It will make you feel really good, really connected, and that's another cool way to spend the day. Now, here's some other ideas. If there were some plans that you said no to, you know, sometimes people invite us. Like I've invited a few of my friends that I know won't be doing anything on Christmas Day, or their family is not in the country. Now, I always invite them. Their natural response is to say no because they don't want to be an imposition, right? They feel like an imposition, so they've said no. I'm telling you, if there are plans that you've said no to, but now you just have that change of heart thinking to yourself, actually, it would be kind of nice to be around those people, call them up and say yes. It's never too late. It's never too late. Even if I got the phone call on Christmas Day from those people saying, is it okay if we come? I'd be like, yes, come here, right? Call those people up and change your mind. Say yes. The more the merrier. They've invited you for a reason. They've invited you because they wanted you there. And if you feel safe enough to be in that environment, it's okay to change your mind and now say yes. Another thing you could do is have an orphan Christmas. So other people who will also be alone for Christmas, you all get together and you celebrate together. Now the best way to do this is at a park, not at someone's house, because at someone's house, someone has to organize the whole thing, right? But at a park, we all bring like a potluck, we bring something to share with everyone, we delegate and allocate who's bringing what, and we all get there together and we all have fun. So that gets to be a really fun day. Again, you'd want to plan that as soon as possible. I would just start messaging all my single friends, be like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Another single friend may be going to their friend's house and they may say to you, do you want to tag along too? Say yes. Say yes. It's okay to do that, right? It's okay to reach out to other people because we all have connections and people that love us, and we get to be a part of each other's networks and connections as well, and their relationships. Another one of my favorite things to do is a Zoom party. Have a Zoom party with some of your friends. Have it allocated for, let's say, 2 p.m. or 3 p.m. or 7 p.m. or whatever it is, and you spend an hour celebrating. You open gifts together. Maybe it's a Kris Kringle thing where you all swapped a gift, right? If you don't know what Kris Kringle is, it's like Secret Santa, right? So you all swap a gift and you open it on the Zoom or something like that. Get creative, have a little party. Maybe you're all baking cookies together. Maybe you're all singing carols together, whatever it is. It's a cool way to celebrate. So you could reach out to a few people and say, who's free 8 p.m. on Christmas Day for a little Zoom party? It will be a cool way for some of us who spend Christmas alone to just feel connected to everyone and see who responds. Another way is if you can't get your friends to join a Zoom call, jump on Omegle, all right? There are lots of people spending Christmas alone, so there will be a lot of people online. You could have a conversation with a complete stranger from the other side of the world and talk about what you're doing that day, what you did that day, and just interact with a stranger. They don't know you. You don't need to give any personal details. You're just having a random conversation with some strangers online, and it gets to be fun. Okay, so they are some of my ideas to navigate Christmas if you're alone. I hope you felt the energy behind that, right? It doesn't have to be a day where I'm all in my feelings. I'm allowed to be. I am very aware of my mental health, but I also get to plan an itinerary and make it really fun and make it a really fun day. If I prefer to just rest the whole day, that's okay too, okay? But I get to make it fun. Plan in advance. Super important. Now, if you're single for Christmas, and what I mean by this is you go to those family gatherings and you always feel like, oh my God, I'm the single one. Or you have all those family members that ask you 20,000 questions about why you're single. I get it all the time, right? I'm a 31-year-old. I have much younger cousins who have partners, and I'm always the one that's asked the 25 questions, right? And that can be really frustrating. It's like it can be a deterrent to be in those kind of environments because it's like, well, I don't want to have to answer your questions. I feel bad enough sometimes on my own. I personally don't, but I know a lot of people do. And that's okay. I want to feel those feelings, but I don't want them to be amplified or exacerbated by you. So here are some ways to navigate those gatherings. Bring another single friend. Right, my battery's flashing, so I gotta do this quickly. Bring another single friend. That's really fun. You can both be single together and it gets to be super fun. Think of some good comebacks for the family members who are gonna ask you 25 questions. Be very witty and sharp. They're gonna be like, whoa, right? But you've already got that prepared, already underway. It makes you feel good and it makes you feel like, I got you. Be present with the people who are around you. Don't think about, all right, I don't have a partner. Be like, okay, I get to spend time with my Auntie Margaret, or I get to spend time with my cousin Joe, who I haven't seen in a while, or I get to have this conversation with my sister's partner who I haven't seen in a while. Be present with the people who are around. Keep yourself busy on the day to prevent wallowing. All those other activities I mentioned earlier as well, they all apply to you. Keep yourself busy. Make sure you have an itinerary, things planned for the day, so you're not just sitting and thinking about your feelings. If it all does seem like a bit much, go on a picnic, go on that adventure, go on the day trip, go to some beach somewhere else, be away from the family. It doesn't matter. You get to decide what you do and what feels good to you. You don't have to be in those environments if it all is a bit much. Also, don't glorify other people's relationships. No one's got it together, right? And it's much better to be single than it is to be in the wrong relationship. So remember, like, there are pros and cons to every dynamic, and we don't have to glorify all of these other partnerships just because they look like a happy family here on Christmas Day, because who knows what's happening behind the door, or how much they argued on the way here, or anything like that. Again, avoid social media. No social media on the day. We don't want to see that. We get to avoid it. Also, don't avoid couple things. If they're doing like some sledding, or if they're doing like some couples activity, join in. You get to do it. It doesn't matter that you're single. You get to do it too. Another option, you host Christmas and invite all of your single friends too, your family and your single friends, and it gets to be one big grand party, and you get to control how the environment is, and that gets to be really fun. Now, ultimately, it is just another day. It's the amplified emotions are only because of the way the media projects and the media conditions us to believe that it needs to be glorified. But the truth is it is just another day, and we get to celebrate it, and we get to feel the love within our hearts, because no one can give us love. They can provide a catalyst and opportunity and experience that allows us to tap into that love within us that already exists within us and allow for a heart expansion. No one can give us that. So I can make a conscious decision on that day to choose love, to choose to feel it in my own heart, to cultivate it within me and the experiences that I'm witnessing and that I'm a part of. So I love you so much. If you want more positivity, I have a free Positivity Rampage. Links are in the description box below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this video. I'm talking super fast because my battery is flashing. I love you so much. Happy holidays, and I hope this was of service. Please let me know. I love you so much, and I will see you next week for another video.